It's October 31, and we're closing out the observance of Global Media and Information Literacy Week. I'm your host, Theodore Henry. On today's program, we'll also bring the curtains down on Heritage Month and share tips on how to communicate with the deaf. We've got lots in store just for you, so don't go anywhere. Jamaica Magazine starts right now.
60 years! Well, 6 decades for Willica Island independent, and we have accomplished so many things. What do you think are some of our country's greatest achievements in the last 60 years? Think about it now and make we know by entering the JIS Heritage Photo Competition. If you're a tertiary level student, compose a photo under the theme Jamaica's greatest accomplishment since independence. Great prizes to be won. Visit jis.gov.jm for more information. Competition closes October 31. The JIS Heritage Photo Competition. Enter today.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, October 31, 2022. To ease overcrowding at the Bustamante Hospital, free healthcare is now being offered at the University Hospital of the West Indies, UHWI, for children 12 years and younger. This took effect yesterday following a release from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This arrangement is in response to the increase in viral illnesses usually seen this time of year as the flu and gastroenteritis season intensifies. The Health Ministry says children and the elderly are among the most vulnerable groups, and these persons are reminded to only take paracetamol and visit the nearest health center if symptoms do not improve. 106 units have now been delivered under government's new social housing program, NSHP, with another 20 to be available in the next month. The latest beneficiaries are residents from the Curtis Bottom area of St. Thomas Eastern. Prime Minister Andrew Holness presented the units to the residents last week. The beneficiaries also signed a social contract that comes with receiving the units. It outlines the duties and responsibilities of each beneficiary, such as the rules that guide maintenance and expansion of the houses.
We don't want to put up a structure that then turns out to be a problem to the community, that it turns out to be a bar that operates all hours of the night and disturb the neighbors. No. So we have learned from experience that we have had before, right, where we have given units over to beneficiaries and they have used it to do all kinds of things other than for what purpose it was. So we are putting these now in a contract that will specify what your obligations and duties are in the house.
Among other things, approval for the expansion of NSHP houses must be sought from the respective municipal corporations. Inventors and entrepreneurs can now access funding support under the Development Bank of Jamaica, DBJ's $100 million patent grant facility. This is being facilitated through the bank's Boosting Innovation, Growth and Entrepreneurship Ecosystems BIGGI program. Applications close on November 25, and interested persons with novel ideas may apply for the grant support at thinkbiggie.com. A maximum of $4 million will be provided to each successful inventor, researcher, and entrepreneur to file patent applications locally and internationally. Manager for the BIGGI program, Christopher Brown, says the funds will cover up to 80% of the project cost.
What we want to do is to get people with ideas, inventors, to be able to create commercial value out of these ideas or inventions. And I would say that one of the steps in doing that is protecting those ideas. Our intention in the future, I would say 2023, is to help those who have those patents to actually create commercial value out of it.
Mr. Brown was speaking at a recent JIS think tank. He says the period of protection will span 2 decades from the patent filing date. A precondition to applying for the grant is that applicants must first submit a patent application with the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office, JIPO, and engage an approved patent attorney. Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade Minister of State Senator Leslie Campbell says Jamaica continues to benefit greatly from its continued bilateral engagements with the United Kingdom. Of note, he says, is a partnership on security and at-risk youth development valued at £81.3 million.
Jamaica also benefits from ongoing cooperation at the regional level in areas such as health, security, as well as disaster resilience and recovery. We are pleased that there are currently 3 regional programs in these areas valued at approximately £7.2 million, from which countries like Jamaica can benefit.
The state minister was speaking at a recent ceremony to mark 60 years of diplomatic relations with the United Kingdom. Several road improvement projects valued at approximately $730 million are ongoing in the constituency of Westmoreland Eastern. Rehabilitation work is scheduled for roads in Chesterfield to Seaford Town, Whitton to Highgate, Highgate to Darlaston, and Beckford Lodge Road. Other works include road patching along the Gordon and Rowtown roadways in White House. Member of Parliament Daniel Lawrence provided the update during his contribution to the State of the Constituency debate in Parliament recently.
So far, we have completed the retrieve to Marchman Road at a cost of over $75 million. Another $20 million was granted and approved for the building of a retaining wall for the same road, a section of the McDonald's Road in Darlaston, the Cedar Valley Road in Leamington, and Ashton also rehabilitated.
Mr. Lawrence adds that money from the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, has also been allocated for the Cedar Valley, Pinnock Shafton, and Lime Tree Lane roads. Other roads are also being scoped for repairs in the fiscal year. And finally, Education Minister Favour Williams is urging the parents of students who have not shown up for classes at the Oberlin High School since last Wednesday to send them back to school. The call is being made following a recent incident on the school grounds, which resulted in some students fainting and others receiving medical evaluations following a devotional exercise. Minister Williams affirms that normality has returned to the school, with all staff back at work since last Friday. But she indicates that less than 100 of the approximately 1,500 students showed up for classes last Thursday and Friday. The Education Minister says more conversations about the October 26 incident will be held with the ministry's regional team and the school administration to determine the way forward. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
If you are experiencing symptoms of the monkeypox virus, including fever, intense headache, swelling of the lymph nodes, back pain, muscle ache, lack of energy, and/or a rash on the skin, you must self-isolate immediately and call ahead to your health center or doctor before visiting. The virus may enter the body through broken skin, even if not visible, the respiratory tract, or mucous membranes, eyes, nose, or mouth, and has an incubation period of between 5 and 21 days. The spread of monkeypox may occur when a person comes into close contact with an infected animal, direct contact with monkeypox skin lesions or scabs of an infected person, contact with clothing or linen such as bedding or towels used by an infected person, and the coughing or sneezing of an individual with a monkeypox rash. Wear a mask, frequently wash hands, and practice physical distancing as part of the infection prevention and control efforts. For additional information on monkeypox, visit the Ministry of Health and Wellness website at moh.gov.jm or contact the local public health department.
This Heritage Month, we featured the men and women of Jamaica who serve with distinction. On National Heroes Day, more than 200 of these nation builders were recognized for their contribution and service to their fellow citizens. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport Olivia Grange was among the recipients of the Order of Jamaica. Her story is next.
People talk about it every day. They say it's a man's world. Every day you hear them say, it's so hard to be a woman. But you've got to be aware. I find it so easy to be free. Just put a smile on your face. It's never too late. It ain't just a man's world.
Olivia Grange, or Babsy, as many ordinary Jamaicans and even colleagues affectionately call her, has become a household name, echoed across the music, cultural, political and sporting arenas.
I'm the Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, and anything else that you don't know quite where to fit it. It comes to me.
Hers is a name synonymous with getting things done.
If I believe in something, trust me, I'm going to go push for it, and I'm going to keep pushing until I've achieved it.
This has been evident throughout her career in representational politics and entertainment. The world got a glimpse of her determination when she led a team to UNESCO to lobby for the inscription of reggae music on the list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. The technical committee had decided not to accept Jamaica's application for the inscription.
They did not want to approve the designation because they felt there were certain things that we had not submitted. And I said to my team, I said, look, we're going to go to UNESCO and we're going to take it to them on the floor and we're going to convince them to change that position. And so we went and we worked the floor. Of course, I also made my presentation, and it was a tension-filled experience. By the end of that session, we asked for it to be put to the vote, and it was put to the vote. Every single country present voted for reggae music to be inscribed.
I declare decision 13-10B-18 duly adopted. May I?
Reggae is no longer only ours. The world has now taken it as their own. As a long-standing reggae producer myself, I thank UNESCO for this inscription.
For decades, Olivia Grange has given tireless service to her country and to the cultural and creative industries across the globe. In recognition of this, she was among 221 Jamaicans recognized for their outstanding contribution to national development at the ceremony of investiture and presentation of national honors and awards on National Heroes Day 2022.
She has made a tremendous contribution to the lives of the people in Central St. Catherine, and continues to give of herself relentlessly for the benefit of the poor masses of this country.
I think that it is of particular note, Madam Speaker, that the first female sitting member of this chamber should be awarded the Order of Jamaica on the 60th anniversary of our independence.
When I coordinated the cultural program in West Kingston and Tivoli Gardens Community cultural program, out of that we have many well-established artists now and dancers, and a lot of the choreographers now came out of that program. A lot of the youngsters I went there see are now grown. They have children, bonded with their children. I have a very strong educational program, and I am so pleased the fact that a number of these young people are now matriculating to university. So from the baby through to the elderly, I embrace them all and I work with them. So representational politics for me is something that means service to the people. And I want to use the opportunity also at this time to say to the people of Central St. Catherine that you have been my rock. And when I celebrate with you and I celebrate you. My grandmother had a strong influence on me. First thing my grandmother said, never lie to me. No matter what it is, just tell me the truth. Just be honest. And she also said to me, be confident about who you are. I mean, I remember, this is maybe a strange story, but I had very short hair, as they would say, picky head, right? And when I went to Gainshead High School, the students were from families that were fairly well off, And here I was from downtown Kingston. I got a scholarship through the Ministry of Education, and I would see the girls, long hair, and they would just flash their hair, and I just take my finger and take my hair and put it over my ears. I just, just bounce my head like that and look proudly, and they'd all think it's so funny. But I was always that kind of person that nothing intimidated me and nothing made me feel inferior. I just was so confident in myself, confident in my skin, confident in how I look.
Her work in entertainment as a promoter, event planner, producer and distributor has seen her collaborating with Sony Music, Epic Records and other global industry giants. She has influenced the successful careers of singers and musicians too numerous to count.
We continued to work together until I got very busy in government.
One of the highlights of the former producer and music distributor's career came out of her work with Shabba Ranks, when the artist won a Grammy in the early 1990s.
Clifton Dillon, everybody calls him Specialist, we worked together and we had a fairly large number of artists that we worked with. We made the Billboard charts, we won some Grammys, so those are proud moments, right?
The Honourable Olivia Atavia Babsy Grange, a member of the Order of Distinction of the rank of Commander and Member of Parliament, for sterling contribution to cultural development and political administration in Jamaica.
It feels good. In fact, this was really a surprise because I am always the one organizing for people to be honored, to be recognized. I'm always the one behind the scene. And when the Prime Minister said to me, the Honorable Olivia Grange, how are you? How does it feel to be an OG? I said, what are you saying, sir? He said, oh, you don't know? Well, it was really a surprise, and I want to thank the Prime Minister for recognizing me in that way, and to thank my colleagues in the cabinet for supporting it, and to thank Jamaicans at home and abroad, and friends of Jamaica who have indicated that they think it is well deserving. So I want to really thank them for their support. I'm Olivia Atavia Veronica Grange, OJ, CD, MP.
Always make eye contact. Speak clearly. Never shout or exaggerate. Tips for communicating with the deaf, which is critical for creating an inclusive environment for persons with disabilities. Here are some more ways to keep the conversation going.
Welcome to Dining with some things we may say.
No. Thank you. Goodbye. Excuse me.
Yes. Please. Hello. I'm sorry.
Wanna play? What's up? Stop. What's a Wi-Fi password?
Come. Wait. Where's the bathroom? What's your name? Drink. Water. What's the name of your school? Where's the town?
Taxi, bus park, shop.
How to get a deaf person's attention. Don't shout at me. Don't throw anything at me. That's dangerous. You can walk beside me and touch me on my shoulder lightly, or you can wave at me. If I'm in a room, you can flicker the lights.
Maintain eye contact. Ensure you're looking directly at the person you're speaking with. Try not to let your eyes wander. Also, it's best to communicate in a room that has good lighting. If it's too dark, communication will be difficult.
Please, make sure you don't have anything in your hands when you're talking to me.
If you cannot sign, you can write, draw, show a picture, or text.
Another way you can communicate with me is by using gestures. You can use your body and your hands to speak. For example, if you don't know the sign for bus, you could use this sign. If you don't know the sign for stop, you could use this gesture.
In the last week, Jamaica bade farewell to veteran broadcaster and performer Leoni Forbes, who died at age 85. Her early days as a broadcaster saw her working here at the Jamaica Information Service, or the Government Information Service as it was known then, where she made contributions to programs produced for government broadcast. From our archives, we pay tribute to a colleague in Millennium Moments.
Leading broadcaster, playwright, and actress, she's regarded as a master of her craft. She's a belly full of laughs, saucy, witty, and talented.
Men called her bad. She was a flame that seared their souls, a bane of wholesome things turned to unwholesome use.
Her voice is striking. Whether it is floating on the airwaves, the stage, or across a classroom, it has a distinct quality. A dramatist par excellence, her performances are always captivating. A queen of pantomime, she has played leading roles in some 12 NTM performances. She has starred in plays and films such as Miss Unusual, See Mama, The Rope and the Cross, Champagne and Sky Juice, The Children of Babylon, and Milk and Honey. Today, her charm and strong personality endear her to those within and outside the limelight. Since she first graced the stage, she has blossomed into a true matron of Jamaican theatre. Millennium Moment says, hats off to you, Leoni Forbes. You're a hard act to follow.
That's all the time we have with you today on Jamaica Magazine. The Jamaica Information Service is your one-stop shop for information on government policies and programs. It's news you can trust, and that's why we carefully curate each magazine with you in mind. Missed aspects of our program? Then visit our website, jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the entire team here at the JIS, I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.